Hey, welcome to this episode of Scrapyard Choppers. I'm Ronnie Danger. That's TJ, somewhere over there. Well, today we're working on bicycles, getting ready for the Autorama. TJ here is getting the swing bike, that beautiful thing, ready for paint. I'll show you that in a second. If you haven't seen this, look at the video on how to build a swing bike. We're going to get this thing looking beautiful. What colors you thinking, TJ?
I'll go purple. Go with the green. I'm like a beige. I'm not two-tone.
Nice. Here, look, he's got some nice green rims. Hey, they look pretty good on camera. Maybe you don't need to clean them. This is a future bicycle. A lot of people ask how to build a freak bike or where to start. Well, the biggest thing is, just kind of come up with an idea in your head. Look online for references. See, my references are right here. I don't even have to look online. Kind of somewhere between there and there are going to be this new bicycle, but with a back tire like this. Yeah, this is my back tire. That's my front tire. Yep, I'm going to show you how to do that. I'm actually going to take a Krager, if I can find another one just like this one, and cut it in half. So either side you look at it, you're going to see a Krager. Now, about building a freak bike. Let's say it's your first one you ever want to build, and you really don't know what you want to do. Go to Freak Bikers Unite. Look at what other people are building. Don't be afraid to even just copy somebody for your first build. Always reference them and let them know that you're copying them. But it's just a great way to get your foot in the door. I mean, a lot of people are afraid to do that, build something that someone else built. But really, if you don't know what you're doing and you're just trying to figure it out, kind of start there. I mean, you might have some crazy ideas in your head on how to change it, so mix it up. No one's built anything, I don't think, like this. This is a ring for a spool, like you spool a wire on, or a pipe, gas line. So I'm going to cut that up so I have some nice curved square. I got this piece of square was laying in the other shop. Like I said, a Krager and an old sand tire. And then this is my parts for the bicycle. I got a seat, shifter, derailleur, crank, front rim, maybe front forks. I don't know. We'll see. Depends on what it looks like when I just start welding together. I always start off with one idea, and by the time I get halfway through, I go off on a tangent. I feel like that's pretty normal when you're building something from complete scratch. You're saying when I'm trying to talk, I'm sure all you hear is that scratching in the background. Yeah, he's trying to get this sanded off. It's gonna be fun. But yeah, it's a pretty good episode coming up. There's probably gonna be a couple parts. We got a month. As you can see, I'm well ahead of schedule. And all you gotta do is paint TJ's bike. That won't be too bad. Alright, let's get to it. So I've been sitting here contemplating where to start with this. The hardest part is actually starting. Here's what I've come up with. This is the bottom bar, pretty much the basis for everything. Pretty sure I'm going to want it about 4 feet long, so I'm going to cut that down. And then I'm going to come over here and just cut a piece out of this. I'm not going to really measure it too much, just kind of going to eyeball it, and then I'm going to start setting it on that bar and just see where things go. So let's get started.
A pounding, so I grabbed my coat and boots. I tried to make a run for it, my feet they wouldn't move, oh baby, yeah. Night, demons to light. I saw her walking down the road and something took control. And now I keep the secret sad, only killers know, oh baby, yeah. Night, demons to life. Don't mind me, I'm just passing through. You had on
as much as I hate laying on the ground, or sitting on the ground, it's kind of nice flat surface to work on. This represents the ground from the tire. So I'm trying to determine where I want the seat or the top of the frame to start. And I'm thinking, shoot, for about the middle of the tire. Yeah, so about a foot high. So I need to cut that off right about there. This is kind of where we're going. I'm gonna sit down here. Might cut it a little shorter. Kind of cutting everything long right now. I can just shorten it up. I don't want to run out of material. Free flowing, whatever happens, happens. That's where we're at right now. Just get something kind of basic going.
My heart is pounding faster as they're learning all the facts, and find my little secret I left hidden by the railroad tracks. Oh yeah. Night, demons to light. Don't mind me, I'm just passing through your head. I'm gonna tell the devil where you're sleeping in your bed. Oh baby, yeah. Night, demons to light. Demons to life. One day I'll die behind these bars and leave two grieving sons. Their tears won't wash away the stains of the evil deeds I've done. Oh baby, yeah. Night, demons to life. The devil won this round, but the game don't end this way. Her mother slid a Bible down to the filthy clay. Oh baby, yeah. Night, demons to life. Don't mind me, I'm just passing through your head. I'm gonna tell the devil where you're sleeping in your bed. Oh baby, yeah. Night, demons.
So here we go. We kind of got the basic shape I'm going for. Obviously monster back tire. But I don't like this. Honestly, I feel like it all could be curved a little bit more. But that part right there, I think I'm going to try to curve it a little more. Now here's what I did. Come over here to my vise. I just made this up real quick. Piece of angle iron. Some of those. Some round stock welded to this angle iron. Clamped to that. And I'm going to clamp that bar into this. Now I have zero idea if this is going to work. I'm kind of afraid of smashing the pipe. Also kinking it. So I'm going to do a little bit at a time. Kind of work it back and forth. And just see if it works. I have zero idea. I didn't YouTube this. It just came out of my head. Let's see if it works. So what I assume is going to happen is this center is going to push in and bend this. So let's see what happens. I think what's happening is these two are too close together. I think they need to be farther apart. Let's run it all the way through and see what happens. I think it might actually be working. see if we can bring in a better angle here. What's going on? It kind of looks like it did something. It's really hard to tell. I don't know, does that look more curved? Let's go lay it on the part and see. Or on the bike, I mean. Back over here to the vise. Obviously that didn't work. I'm going to try heating this up and doing this. The problem is this thin stuff. I do not want to crush this. So I'm going to try to mostly heat on the side with the 2 bars versus the 1. Because the 1 bar is going to press in easier than the 2 bars. And I can heat between the 2 bars. So we're going to do a little heat, little pressure, little heat, little pressure, and see what happens. Go get my safety aviators. Make sure when you go to the dollar store and pick these bad boys up that they're approved for torchlight. These aren't. That's fine. I gotta find a lighter. I need a new torch head, so if it randomly catches fire, well, don't panic. I'll be alright.
Find my little secret I left hidden by the railroad tracks, oh yeah. Night, demons to life. Don't mind me, I'm just passing through your head. I'm gonna tell the devil where you're sleeping in your bed, oh baby, yeah. Night, demons to life. To life. One day I'll die behind these bars and leave 2 grieving sons. Their tears won't wash away the stains of the evil deeds I've done, oh baby, yeah. Night, demons to life. The devil won this round, but the game don't end this way. Her mother slid a Bible down to the filthy clay, oh baby, yeah. Night, demons to life. Don't mind me, I'm just passing through your head. I'm gonna tell the devil where you're sleeping in your bed, oh baby, yeah. Night, demons to life.
Well, I'm gonna say that wasn't working either. Dang it. So I just laid the front forks on there, and honestly, I don't like it. I think I'm gonna have to make a set of front forks for this. I mean, it just doesn't look right. Just want them to be that way a little bit. I guess I can look around and see if I can find something. I have a lot of crap. I kind of already looked around earlier, but yeah, that's too close. Not enough rake. Too small front forks. I'll figure something out. I'll be back. So I went out to the supply shed and found this. This is a project a good friend of mine, Jim, started. Actually, I think it was all together and he cut it apart to build something else. But look at these front forks. I don't know how they're together. I don't know if he tag welded them, but they weigh a freaking ton. Gosh darn, but you know, we're going for lightweight anyways. So might as well add a little tiny bit. I could spare it. 100-pound bicycle ain't nothing. But yeah, I just cut these off. It's good to have a little piece of my friend Jim riding around with me. I think he'd really appreciate it if he was still around. So let's get to cutting. Here it is for day one. I kind of moved this up. Put a bigger piece in here and kind of move this whole thing up. I felt like it was just a little squished. I feel like it's coming along pretty well. Just gotta trim everything up, get it about right, and then start welding it together. So here we go, it's all welded up. All the way around. Now, I think I want to add a bar in here. Kind of doing one of those. So I really don't know what length it's going to be, and I don't know where it's going to fall. Kind of going to eyeball it. When you're building a bike like this, it's whatever looks good. There's no rules. It's whatever you want. Just try to keep it straight. That's the hardest part. Took kind of a rough estimate, measurement. I know it ain't going to be up here, so I measured for like here over to there. And then I marked it on my piece of steel right there, and I'm going to cut her out. Now I got my bar cut. It already fell on the floor 4 times. Gonna lay it in here. See what looks good. I don't mind that too much. But I gotta remember I'm gonna have this right here. I'm almost thinking right there. Now, a piece like this, you're trying to be kind of precise. You really don't want to cut through both sides at the same time. That's why I marked it all the way around, so I'll do one side at a time. Well, it's all welded. I ground it out. I'm not worried about it being perfect. And there she blows. Got a lot more work, obviously, to do. Mostly the rear end. I got about 8 hours into it right now. I think it turned out pretty freaking sweet. I can't wait to get it done. Now, building a bike like this took me about 8 hours. About a day. And I've talked about this a couple times in the video about if you're new to doing this, you just got to start building. Don't be afraid to copy somebody else's idea just to get your feet wet. A lot of people are afraid to do that. Always reference the person that you're copying. I mean, I've talked to so many people and they just say they don't know where to start. And that's a great place to start just to get your foot wet. But then start using your own imagination and building some stuff. But anyways, that's it for this episode. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I'm giving away a Demolition Derby car. Once I hit 1,000 subscribers, I'm just going to pick one person at random out of all my subscribers. They get a chance to drive a Demolition Derby car anywhere here in Michigan. All you got to do is show up, bring a helmet. It's going to be fun. Hopefully I hit 1,000 subscribers soon. I'll see you next time.